Well, guys, what a beautiful day out there. What a great Aggie day, seeing all that orange and us giving a shout out to our heritage and what we're all about here as Aggies. And I think, our guys came out and gave a lot of people something to be proud of today. I was really happy with the way they attacked it. Got off to a fairly fast start. Defensively, hurt ourselves on a couple penalties in some third down situations, had them off the field, I think, on the third play, and panicked with the ball in the air and probably didn't need to do that. But, I thought overall there was some really good things. Obviously you don't like coming out after halftime like that. They took some shots. We talked earlier about the explosive playmakers that they had on the edges, and, they exploited it there. There's no doubt about it. And yet, for us to come back, miss a field goal, drop a third down pass, miss a field goal, all that kind of stuff, and then Shaq Barrett steps up and I think really re-energized the team with that safety, and I can't say enough about how he played this football game. So, a lot of things to build off of as we go into a bye week. What did we learn from our last game prior to this and as a carryover? I think we saw some of that. We didn't, not show up. I thought we showed up, and always, obviously there's a lot of things we can correct. But, we put some points on the board, which is good to see. And, overall, we were able to get some guys in the game and feel pretty good about that.
Can you tell us what you know about Bernard Blake?
Here's what that's one of the reasons I was late. The CT part of the scan, looks good so far. We have to do some more testing. He did call to let us know that wanted me to let the team know that, we had a great win and he'll be there with us.
Can we talk about Lee Bibbs? He's listed as your third running back in the depth chart, but after the game he had today, is that going to change?
I have to look at the video. Right now, I don't ever look at, you know me better by now, that it doesn't really matter where we have to publish a depth chart. Okay, that's a rule, I guess, right? So I don't really care who is on there. Whoever's in the game's got to play. I thought Capri came in and gave us some juice on some runs and gave us some energy. And, that's good. I thought Donnell did some good things in third downs. That's kind of what it's all about. And I think competition at positions probably elevates some guys' play a little bit, and I think that he's really fighting for that. I am happy the way that he can finish runs, and he's shown that. And, it's good to see.
Can you talk about your offense in general? You've been struggling. You've seen spurts in the running game here, passing game there. Today kind of seemed to come together.
Well, guys, we were, we just dropped a bunch of passes early in the season. I just call it the way it is. When you have that many drops, you're not going to be very good throwing the ball. Guys are catching the ball a little bit. You hate to see the turnover that we had, obviously, in the run game, when Woke put it on the ground, a crucial time. There was some momentum stuff going on there. But, at the same time, I think they're starting to catch. I think, off the top of my head, I count maybe two, drops, one for sure on a third down that Rashard should have had. And he's got to learn. He's got to finish. And but I think we're seeing glimpses of the future maybe with this guy. He looked a little more confident, got some run after catch. So, consistency in what we're doing, we just got to keep going.
Joe Hansley, I thought, had a pretty good all-around game. Obviously, you showed why he's your holder. He also, on that one pitch and catch that Higgins scored on, he threw a key block in that to run. Can you talk about just all the different ways you can use him and how he's kind of grown up and grown into that role? Well,
what he's done, I think, is he's really buying into the whole team deal, and understanding that, his play, he can handle what he does, but he needs to help elevate the people around him and take a little responsibility on that. I think he's starting to grow into that. You know, obviously because he is our holder, you know, I mean, that he's a guy that, you know, grew up playing ball as a kid. I mean, this guy can actually throw, you know, he can run, he can kick, he can catch, you know, I mean, it's all the things. I don't know how much time he spent playing PlayStation or whatever, you know, but I think he's somewhere along the line. He actually went out and caught the ball in the yard and played catch somewhere. So, but the way he attacks the blocking game, I think that wasn't the only one. There were a couple times that we hit a couple runs and he got his guy on the ground, and you know, those are the things that don't show up in the box score that make you be successful.
Did you think you guys showed a little bit more of a killer instinct late in the game, just after that tie game, whether it's Capri's big runs, passes? Did you notice that from your offense a little bit more?
I think we did. You know, obviously you hate to see them come back like that. Flip side of the coin is, what are we going to learn from it? And I think there would have been times maybe here in the past where, oh no, here we go, let's fold our tent and go home. You know, and our guys didn't do it, and we gave every opportunity to do that. You know, how many times does kicker miss a field goal? Not very often, right?
Twice.
Is that what it is now?
In his career.
County high school.
And you wonder why I don't know his name, right? I mean, the kicker missed. You know, he didn't do his job, right? But I'll coach him through that, okay? Kick it through the uprights. There you go. There's your coaching.
Good advice.
Yeah. And, but, you know, I mean, you could feel that deflate because he's, you know, kind of that automatic guy. And then obviously our defense kind of said enough's enough and got to stop.
Well, it wasn't just your defense, it was Shaq Barrett. He really had a big series. Starts off that series with a sack right after the missed field goal, and then the sack leads to safety. That's what you want out of your leader, a guy that says, I've had enough. And you know, one of the things we talked about going in was who's going to challenge the guy that's not ready to play? Who's going to challenge the guy that, you know, instead of just saying, you know, I'll just sit in my own, you know, let's challenge each other. What's wrong with that? Let's challenge each other. And I saw the defense come out after that and really challenge each other, and Shaq stepped up and made play. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Do you think that they were shocked by what happened, or trying to?
Well, you know, Bernard's a guy that you know is a, you know, he's one of the leaders on this football team. He's been playing really, really good. Been challenging himself. I just can't tell you how far he has come as a person and a player, and just how proud I am of him, knowing the circumstances that he came from. And he has grown leaps and bounds, and he's a guy that he was one of those vocal leaders. With him out there, you know, not there, I thought the guys, you know, might have been thinking about that a little bit, and rightfully so. You know, with that, I thought Tyree Simmons came in and competed his tail off at corner. Thought Shaq Bell did a heck of a job at corner. You know, I think, you know, that's good, man. That's stepping up, and you know, we just, you know, we hopefully get great news that everything's going to be all right.
You talk a little bit. Your offense is starting to show that explosiveness that you wanted to get to eventually. You're getting it from a lot of young players, but it takes a while to develop. And how nice is it to see it starting to shine through a little bit?
Well, I see some confidence in our quarterback. You know, I think he made a couple throws today where he was decisive. He wasn't tentative. You know, the third down throw to Richard. You know, I mean, bam. You know, that's kind of like, that's what you'd like to see. And then to see a guy go do it now, you know, that helps your confidence, helps your whole team's confidence. And, you know, we just got to keep getting the ball in these guys' hands that have ability to make plays.
Jim, last week was really important for the defense, gaining some confidence. What's this do for the offense for the rest of the season?
You know,
you can put up 59 points.
Well, I think, you know, what we're going to do is when we get back and look at this, that, you know, we had a lot of guys doing their job and doing it to the details that we needed to do it. And that's what's, you know, I'm excited for them to see and to learn from moving forward.
Is that what your defense got to see last week?
Yeah, and yet, you know, they got to see this week that you know what? It doesn't matter what you did. It matters what you do right now on this play. And yeah, they'll learn.
Is that a young team really? I mean, you probably felt pretty confident coming out of halftime. Relaxed just a little too much, especially on that first play.
Well, I mean, they took a shot.
Mhm.
Guy made a great throw, great catch it to a really good receiver that's probably going to play after this, and then they said, you know what, let's do it again. Not a bad choice, and got it again, and then got us on a play action, and give them credit, because he's in the building mode, and they came out, took a couple shots, good thing happened, got a little momentum. Thing I'm kind of really happy about our football team is we said enough's enough.
The other thing you were worried about their active defensive front.
Mhm.
Ran the ball well, and you
Yeah, we
protected
did.
Garrett. How good a job was that by your
Yeah,
front five?
I'm excited to watch the video because I think we had some guys that are starting to understand what it is to not take a play off and deliver on every snap. So I'm excited to watch the video.
Jim, you've got a lot of strong arm quarterbacks coming out from the league.
Yeah.
Bombs, is that really concerning? Or do you think?
Well, I guarantee you there's about all these great quarterbacks that we got to face coming up. We're going to watch this and start licking their chops, right? So bring it on. That's got to be the thought process from those guys in the back end. And as well, we obviously need to continue to get pressure up front so the guys can't get their feet set. But, yeah, there'll be a lot of people studying this. And, I'll go into the DB's room and say, this is what you want, man. You're going to be tested. From some great throwers now. This Fails guy coming up. Yeah, and it just keeps going.
Fairly easily correctable.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And part of it is, look, compete, man. Just compete. Just go out and compete.
Is that
And-
what you like most about your team today?
Yeah.
Is that they did that, they competed.
Yeah.
When they got challenged, they
Yeah.
stepped up and competed.
I liked it. And then didn't step back, actually kind of kept going there. And we're starting to get it. Okay? And we're starting to understand it's okay to play your tail off. It's okay. It's not a sign of weakness to not put everything you have on that play and that effort. And there again, it's about challenging each other and holding each other accountable. And the thing I like is we're not having to preach it as coaches. You're starting to see it within the football team.
Is that something? Have you seen that happen in the past couple of weeks, or
I've seen it.
lack of that against Tulsa?
No, I like I said, I like this football team. Now, I'm not saying we got, I like them, right? And part of it is because they're learning how to be accountable, and they're learning how to care for each other, and they're learning what it means that someone's depending on me, therefore I need to go, right? Where before, somebody else will do it. It ain't cool to play hard. You know what I'm saying? No, I like these guys, man. We're going to have a great off week. Get a lot of guys, hopefully back healthy. We'll get some good practices in. We'll see how we, come to work on Tuesday.
After competing last week with Alabama, but coming away with a loss, coming into this game with 1-3 with the bye.
Man, way to ruin my day.
How crucial was this game? How crucial was this?
Well, it's it's crucial.
Going into the bye.
Hey, there's no doubt. And going into conference play now, give us something to, it was crucial. But, as I've said, and you're going to hear me say it over and over, this was a crucial game because it was the next game. Now it's over. This week is a crucial week because it's the next week.
Right.
Now we get into, and it's got to be that mentality. We can't look any farther than what we need to do right now to get better.
But don't you think you can capitalize on some momentum now? Instead of being 1-4, you're 2-3. Put up a lot of points offensively. Your offense not came alive.
I told them enjoy the win because you know what? They're hard to come by, guys. And but let's get back to work.
Do you know your schedule next week?
Yeah, we'll go, we'll lift and run tomorrow. And we'll go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, practice.
Give them the weekend off.
Yeah.
Coaches hit the road to recruit when?
A couple are leaving now, so.
And then some.
Recruit daily or die, man.
Right.
We gotta go get some guys.
And then some at the end of the week too?
Yeah. Okay? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.